I was thinking, I look at different couples that have come together, the different sweethearts that lived and grew up together, and then they finally fell in love. I think that's a wonderful thing. And I think that, that's like one of those movies, like one of those like love stories where people, they come together when they're kids. My parents has that same love story. My dad was 10 years old, my mom was 6 when they first met. And now, they've known each other for, man, for decades. And I think that's so wonderful. But I think that in all love stories, there has to be that one central thing: love, but also purpose. God brings people together for purpose, whether it's a purpose to stay together for just a season, just a short period of time, or for a lifetime. A reason also is another part of that. There's three reasons. I remember my mother, she gave me this paper that says people come into your life for three reasons: a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And God will reveal to you which one that person falls into a category with. And it's funny that when I look at certain couples or other people, and I've heard many stories over the years, that some people, they just get married just because of time that they've invested in the relationship. So let's say a couple's been together for 10 years or 5 years or 15 years, or ever even heard 20 years. And they're like, man, we've been together so long, we might as well just get married. Have y'all ever heard of that before, where it's just like, hey, we got this time in, we've invested this time, our return is wedding rings and a nice honeymoon? We have to be very wary of that, because just because we invested time in something doesn't mean that's where we're supposed to be. We have to be mindful of knowing the purpose in which the people in our lives have been placed. If they've been placed in our life for a reason, and the reason has already been fulfilled, or the season has already ended, they don't automatically progress into that other category of lifetime. We need to be discerning and understanding, Lord, why is this person in my life? Is this person just to help me with that patience that I prayed for? Is that person in my life to help me overcome something that I've experienced in my life, to help me get over a certain situation, or or let's switch it the other way. Is this person in my life for me to help them in a particular avenue? If we're not careful of that, we run the risk of having someone in our life beyond the time frame in which they're supposed to be there. And we'll be more inclined to say, you know what, I had this time invested in, this must be it. I've known this person X amount of years, they must be the one. We need to be focused on not conforming our minds to what the world is wanting us to do. Because I was reading earlier about 1 Thessalonians in chapter 5, around verse 5, it mentions that we are children of light. And so if we're children of light, we're not supposed to be doing what the darkness is the ways of the world, the way that the world is training us to look at different things. We're not supposed to be looking at the world in the same perspective. The world looks at it and says, hey, if you have time in something, you're supposed to get something out of it. Well, what if we've gotten something out of it already? It may not be the thing that we thought we were going to get out of it, but nevertheless, there's a lesson to be learned. There's growth that took place. There's maturity that happened. There's something that I got out of all the experiences that I've had in my life, but it doesn't mean just because I got something out of it that I should stay with it. So keep in mind, and I know since the holiday season comes around, you may get some text messages that you may not have normally gotten from certain people that may be trying to either come back in your life or remind you of something that you've done. Just be mindful of those three reasons that they can be in your life. They can be in your life for a reason, season, or lifetime. And if they're there for just a reason or a season, that doesn't automatically mean that they need to be there for a lifetime.